Hello everyone, welcome to Rev Sports pre-match show, and today is the second T20I, India versus Zimbabwe, and Team India has a very good opportunity to win this match and seal the series obviously. And if Team India manages to win this match, then it would be the first series win for Shreyas Iyer as the captain of Team India. So very interesting match it could be. And just in case if Zimbabwe wins this particular match, then the third T20I will be the decider, and the all the things will come apart. So we'll see what happens. I have Debashish and Bharat with me. I'm Srishti, and without wasting any time, first things first, the title we have given, should India rotate? So that would be my question to both of you. One by one you can answer. According to you, do you think that Team India can make any kind of changes in the playing 11, or they will go with the winning combination? Debashish, coming to you first.
I think India should first ensure that they win the series. Given that the last two series they haven't registered a win, so I think ideally, if you ask me, the first priority will be to seal the series, then go for experimentation. Whatever if there is a rotation or a change in the playing 11, so first ensure and India ticked all the boxes when it comes to the first game. It was a convincing win. So, better to stick with the winning combination.
Okay, so according to you, they should stick with the winning combination. Bharat, same question. Do you think they should change anything in the 11, or they should stick with the same playing 11 which they played in the last T20I?
See, most of them in this lineup are youngsters. Someone like Ashok Sharma or someone else, a couple of others, they would want to play one more game. So why really rotate, even including Mayank Yadav? Mayank Yadav is bowling with good rhythm. He would want to bowl in one more game, at least a couple more games, because he's bowling with good rhythm. Someone like Prince Yadav would want to play a couple more matches. So keep going with this side for the second game, maybe for the third game. If India win this series, as it has already been noted, that first priority should be to win the series. If India win the series, then make a change or two by bringing Yash Thakur in, say maybe for Prince Yadav or Ashok Sharma. But these are youngsters who would want to play as many games as possible so that they can show their prowess, bowling prowess, batting prowess. So in that sense, I don't think India will make any changes, especially in the fast bowling department. You would want the likes of Ashok Sharma, Mayank Yadav, Prince Yadav to play as many games as possible so that they get a feel of playing for the Indian team. See, it's not exactly about their skills. It's also about playing for your country, where there could be a little more pressure. That because you are wearing the blue jersey, you are playing for a nation. So you would want them to get a little bit of feel of playing for the country. And a couple of them, like say Mayank Yadav, has been out of setup for long because of a back injury. So he would want to have good rhythm. He already has shown that in the first game, and his coach also. I interviewed his coach today, and his coach also was saying that he was bowling with good rhythm going into this series. So he would also want to play more games, and same with the batters as well. Someone like say Tilak Verma, it's not exactly been the greatest of form in the recent past against spinners. I understand Zimbabwe spinners are not exactly what can I say, not exactly have touched some celestial heights, but still you would want to get some runs on the board so that going forward it would build his confidence. So I don't really think they would make many changes. At maybe at best one change, but in my humble opinion, they would want to continue the same side. Maybe for the third game, if they win this series, you would likely see one or two changes.
Okay, okay, very tightly put. Shamik has also joined us. So the same question to Shamik as well. Shamik, do you think Team India or the Team Indian management should make any kind of change in the playing 11, or they should go with the winning combination and seal the series first?
I'm coming to that, Srishti, but before that, I'm a bit upset. I got the news that my former colleague, my Arts sports editor, Sandeep Dwivedi, has suffered a stroke and he's in the ICU. He's recovering. Through our platform, I wish him a speedy recovery. He would be in my prayers. Coming to your question, coming to your question, the only change I don't know whether that will happen or not. The only a couple, basically, there could be a couple of changes. One is that Yash Thakur, Yash Thakur might come in for Ashok Sharma. That is one thing. The other is that I don't know whether they will do it, but if they want to rotate, Prab Simran Singh might come in for Abhishek Sharma. Now, Abhishek Sharma, it's nothing to do with his form or that he didn't score. He got out cheaply in the first T20. It's nothing to do with that. They have included Prab Simran Singh, and they would just like to have a look at him at the top of the order. That could be this game or the next game after, if India still the series today. That could be. But Yash Thakur is all set to play, is what I know. Yash Thakur is all set to play, and it could be in place of Ashok Sharma. So basically, this Yash Thakur coming in and might be just maybe, Prab Simran Singh for Abhishek Sharma. These are the two. This could be the two changes. But one change is confirmed, that is Yash Thakur.
Okay. Okay. So the Yash Thakur change, it may happen according to Shamik. So coming to Debashish first, Shamik, I think pointed out my point only. I was about to ask that only, that do you think that they will try Prab Simran Singh in place of Abhishek Sharma? So Debashish, my question to you would be that obviously it's not at all about form. Abhishek Sharma is very very consistent. So I can't sit here and say that, oh, he has not scored runs in the last match. I won't do that. So the thing is, Abhishek Sharma got out cheaply in the last match. So do you think that in any way Prab Simran Singh could come in the 11? And also, what are your expectation from the opening pair? Because no matter what the format is, your opening pair decides how good your match and your batting is going to be. You are mute. You are mute.
I think Shomikda is spot on. Yash Thakur is making his debut. Yash Thakur is making his debut, and I think it somewhat is obviously not denying the fact that these are all talented bowlers. But when you give an opportunity, you should stick with at least couple of matches. It's not just giving one match and then you chop and change. That doesn't serve anyone's purpose. Means obviously, and for a youngster, if you give him an opportunity, you need to stick with giving him at least a longer rope. I won't say a longer rope because there is too much competition in Indian cricket as far as the fast bowlers is concerned. But at least I would rather want to see and the team management, in this case VVS Lakshman and Shreyas Iyer, sticking with the winning combination. But that is not the case. We already know that Yash Thakur is making his debut.
Okay, and my question was also about the openers to you, Devashish, that uh, no matter what the format is, it's your opener, the opening pair. They decide what kind of batting is going to happen. And in the last match, obviously, like Abhishek Sharma got out cheaply. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he played an exceptional knock, I would say. And after he got out, there was like nothing much needed, I would say that. So, what are your like expectations and opinions about the opening pair? And do you think, like Shamik said, that do you think that in any case Prab Simran Singh may come in for Abhishek Sharma?
The same theory once again. And if you, as I said earlier about Yash Thakur, yes, obviously, but Abhishek Sharma and Vaibhav Suryavanshi has been your trusted pair in T20 format. So would you just go and make a change just for the sake of change that you have picked up Simran Singh, or you rather give Abhishek Sharma and Vaibhav Suryavanshi and at least ensure that the series is won? So I don't know if when just for the sake of chopping and changing, would you rather change your trusted opening pair, or you rather go in with the same opening pair? So clearly it baffles me. If Prabhsimran Singh plays in place of Abhishek Sharma, I don't think that is the right decision. At least for me, for me, if you ask me, I don't think that should be the case. Means obviously you need to go. I mean, first ensuring the series win is a priority, given that we lost to Ireland, both the T20 internationals and also the series against England.
Okay. Very rightly put. And before I go to my next question, a request to all three of you, if you could see that, like, whenever the toss happens and the teams are announced, so please tell me because my phone is busy here for the live. Okay, so Bharat, coming to you next for the question. In the last match, we were talking about, obviously, Vaibhav Suryavanshi was the point of talking, and he should be, he deserves it. And apart from that, Mayank Yadav, after coming back from the injury, excellent. And like, overall, the teamwork was quite good. But one question was still arising, and I have read it in a lot of platforms that people were talking that the target was around 126, 127, and if the target was a bit high, like 180, 190, somewhat like that, Team India's middle order may have struggled a bit if the target was big. So what are your opinions regarding the Team India's middle order, which, as we can see in the previous series as well, Team India's middle order did struggle?
Yeah, first of all, I don't think Zimbabwe would have scored 180 because the ball was seeming around a little bit in the first innings. It would be interesting to see if India lose the toss today, if India lose the toss and are inserted to bat. And that would be interesting because I think at Harare Sports Club, even when Bangladesh played Zimbabwe, what I saw was in the first innings, the ball nips around a little bit and then maybe it flattens out a touch more. But India had the pace bowlers, with the likes of Mayank Yadav and all, Prince Yadav. I don't think Zimbabwe would have got 180 to start with. That's the first point. Second point, even if at most they might have scored 150, and in those conditions, yes, any batter would struggle a little bit. It's not like Zimbabwe have a rubbish attack; it's still a decent pace attack. And if you notice, other than Vaibhav Suryavanshi, others couldn't really get going on a track with spongy bounce. Shreyas Iyer scored 30 of 25 balls, 35, 25 or whatever. Ishan Kishan also scored at that rate. So it was not like others came in and blazed away. So you have to consider that as well. Having said that, yes, India's middle order is going through a rather, what can I say, indifferent phase. And that is also because a couple of them, there are question marks on a couple of them. I don't think Tilak Verma plays spin well. It has already been discussed enough times. So yes, India's middle order has problems. Ishan Kishan had a problem or two against short pitch stuff in England. Although I have to say the kind of bowling that we saw from England, especially from Archer and Joe Stone, that was high quality fast bowling. A lot of other teams also would have struggled against them, I believe, in T20 cricket in England because there's some bounce as well. Those tracks are offering bounce, but yes, there are problems in India's middle order. But I think we also have to consider the kind of conditions that we have seen at the Harare Sports Club in the first game and today as well. I believe there will be nip around. So if India are going to lose the toss today, then it would be really interesting how they bat in those conditions because I'm pretty sure up front again the ball will nip around and Zimbabwe have a very decent pace attack. So that would be, I think, an interesting point to look at.
Okay. Okay. Shaman, coming to you next. Similar kind of question. The Team India's middle order, which has been struggling, and in fact, if we talk about the T20 World Cup as well, no, I will not point out someone or something, but yeah, Hardik Pandya was there. That was the point of difference. And now, when Hardik Pandya was not there in the Ireland series and the England series as well, Team India struggled, and now Rinku Singh did not get to bat in the first T20I, and that is a good thing, I guess, that he did not have to come out to bat. So, what are your opinions on Team India's middle order as well?
So to start with, Hardik Pandya will not play T20Is going ahead, bilateral T20Is. He will play multinational tournaments, marquee tournaments. Other than that, he will not play. We have come up with a story right now that Hardik's rehab is back on track after suffering a minor jolt, and he has undertaken a specific program at the COE. It is not related. It is not solely related to recovery or rehab. It is also about obtaining the optimum performance level. So only when he will attain that optimum performance level, will he be back to the Indian team. He will not be rushed. He will not be rushed. So for the time being, India will have to make do with Hardik Pandya. And you saw how badly the team suffered they tried Shivam Dube in the ODIs. I'm talking about, I'm just digressing a bit, and I'm talking about the ODIs. And Shivam Dube played just two ODIs and uh, uh, just played just two ODIs. He took two wickets, gave away 59 runs, and the only innings he played as a batsman, he got out for it. I mean, he didn't trouble the scorers. So it is a massive downgrade, irrespective of formats, be it T20, be it OD 50 over. From Hardik to the rest, be it Nitish Kumar Reddy, be it Shivam Dube, that's a massive downgrade. So that you cannot bridge that gap. Now, coming to your question about the middle order, if you look at India's first game against Zimbabwe, even that innings had two halves. You had Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who scored 50 of 18 balls, and the rest sort of scored 70 of 60 balls. So if you look at the collective strike rate of the other half of innings, that is not something spectacular. So all combined, and I do feel the Zimbabwe bowlers they bowled wrong length to Vaibhav Suryavanshi in the first game because maybe just maybe they were a couple of feet too full, a little bit shorter and into his throat. Anything around his waist, he will decimate that at that pace at 135 kilometers, 136 kilometers per hour. These guys don't have Jofra Archer's pace. So a couple of feet, little too short, just short of a length, back of a length, and into his throat. That is the way to go about him against Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I think they missed their length a little bit in the first ODI, but that's not Vaibhav Suryavanshi's fault. You play what is in front of you. But all combined, this middle order has a bit of vulnerability.
100%. 100%. The middle order is a very big concern, and it's not a concern now. It was concern since a lot of time now. Without Hardik Pandya, I'm saying, Debashish, coming to you, everything can be seen in a two-way, right? Like if Hardik Pandya is not there, obviously Team India is struggling, and obviously they will struggle. It's not easy, to fill in the shoes of a player like Hardik Pandya, and also Nitish Kumar Reddy is unavailable. And again, NKR is also a player who gets a lot of injury, and there's also an injury issue with NKR as well. So Hardik Pandya missing out, and the way Shamik pointed it out, that Hardik may not play much bilaterals because obviously nobody will rush him. You need him for the ODI World Cup 2027. It's as simple as that. So, do you think it would be a very good opportunity for the youngsters to just soak in the pressure and perform well in the absence of Hardik Pandya?
So I think that's a major concern if you ask me with regard to Hardik's replacement. See, you had a Nitish Kumar Reddy who has been tried and who has been tipped as someone who could replace Hardik, but now he himself is undergoing rehab. So you have a Shreyas Shetty now. So I think India's worries is manifold. Means you cannot get an overnight replacement for Hardik Pandya. The selectors did try a couple of players in likes of Nitish Kumar Reddy and Shreyas Shetty, but the problem is they, how long would you persist with? Means that's the biggest question here is with Hardik Pandya not available for bilateral series, because ideally, if you ask me, Hardik should have played in a few bilateral series leading up to the T20 World Cup in 2028. But if that is not the case, you try him directly for the ICC event, I think that won't be justified. Given whatever stature Hardik Pandya is, I think he needs to be tried at least a couple of series before that all important T20 World Cup in 2028. But before that, the selectors also need to find out a stopgap. I won't say stopgap, a second line of all rounder who can be helpful. So I think, but the biggest concern is that Nitish Kumar Reddy has also been injured. That has not served anyone's purpose. Ideally, Nitish Kumar Reddy, he should have given the maximum game time so as to get his confidence back, as Bharat has noticed it that he has gained pace. So ideally for Nitish Kumar Reddy, I think that was the worst time to get injured and undergoing rehab, because these are the series that you shouldn't be missing, so as to get the much needed confidence. Srishti.
Just I want to clarify one thing. Hardik, going ahead, Hardik will not feature in bilateral T20Is. But once he completes that program,
Yeah, yeah.
he will be back to the fold for the ODIs. It's just the T20s that is not absolutely not priority, and this is obviously with an eye on the 2027 World Cup. And the fact of the matter is that
Yes,
you
yes,
don't
100.
have you don't have a like for like replacement. Be it Shivam Dubey, Nitish Kumar Reddy, and Shreyans Shedge is someone who simply doesn't belong as far as international cricket is concerned. That's why he didn't play in the ODIs against in England, and that's why he was not picked for the series against Zimbabwe. They tried because they had no options, but now it is uh, pretty evident that he still has some way to go to be international level.
Yes, 100%. See, if we talk about the 2023 ODI World Cup, again, the missing piece was Hardik Pandya only, right? The final, okay, the things happened in the final, but the missing piece was Hardik Pandya only. If he was there, like we always talk about it, if he was there, to ye ho jata, wo ho jata. So that's very important. He is one of the most important player in India's side. He doesn't play his test, ODIs and T20Is are the one. So him and Jasprit Bumrah, in the country of 1.4 billion, it's like really something that you don't have a replacement like to like of Jasprit Bumrah and someone like Hardik Pandya. So
Let me
that's
say
the
that.
thing. And
Let me just one second. One
please
second.
say.
Just sorry for cutting it.
No, no.
See, even if Jasprit Bumrah was playing for Australia or South Africa, and if Jasprit Bumrah had got injured, they also wouldn't have a replacement, because Jasprit Bumrah, I believe, is once in a lifetime bowler. It's once in a lifetime bowler. It's like for New Zealand, it is Sir Richard Hardley. Once in, I think they would get a player like Sir Richard Hardley once in 100 years. And for a country like India, Jasprit Bumrah is like once in 80, 100 years, you would see this kind of cricket.
Yes, 100%. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have anybody like Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya in the 1.4 billion population, and also having such a big bench strength. So that is the thing, and obviously it's very much important for both of them to stay fit for further ODIs and T20Is. And for Bumrah, I would add up the test format as well. And when we're talking about bowlers, I will come to Bharat first. Bharat, we have seen Blessing Muzerbani bowling well in the first T20Is, and also like Indian pacers are already doing a good job, and we are talking about them as well. But I would like to ask you that from the Zimbabwe side, which bowler do you think will like has the ability to strangle the Indian batting a bit?
You already said Zimbabwe have a very decent pace attack. They have three pacers or well over 6 feet. That's Rodis Muzarbani, Nagarava, and Brad Evans are also tall. They get bounce. I think Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you have to give a lot of credit to Vaibhav Suryavanshi there. The way he played, I think completely took the game away from Zimbabwe in 3-4 overs itself. If you notice, those bowlers didn't really give much freebies to others. It's not like others came in and smashed Nagarava or Muzarbani and Brad Evans all over the park. It was only one batsman who did that, and that was a 15-year-old kid, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So they have a decent pace attack. We saw that against Bangladesh. We saw that in the T20 World Cup. They have tall pace bowlers. Yes, they don't have the, as I noted before the first game, they don't have the pace of Jofra Archer or Joe Stone or those kind of pace bowlers, but they also get bounced. So if I'm pretty interested to see the toss here, if India are going to lose the toss and they're made to bat first, that is when I would be interested how they would go up against those three, because I think there will be a little bit of nip up front. After that, the track seems to get a little better for batting. So that also would test the Indian batters. So just from a cricketing point of view, neutral point of view, I would like to see India batting first and see just to see how they go up against Zimbabwe's pace trio. That's a very decent pace trio, perhaps one of the best pace attacks of all time, because generally they would have one heat streak. Ido Brandis also didn't really play much with heat streak, and Henry Olanga also didn't play much. Maybe he played a little bit here or there, and after that he got injured and left, obviously, Zimbabwe to England. We all know that what happened in the 2003 World Cup. So I think it's a very decent pace attack. Just that I think they need a little bit of help from Zimbabwe's point of view. Hopefully, they would win the toss and elect to bowl.
Okay, okay. Showing, coming to you next, as Bharat said that if India loses the toss and they get to bat first, then we'll see what happens. So do you agree with his point, or you have any some sort of different points in this? Is toss that much important for the Indian team?
Um, Given the Gulf and clubs recently, the two sides toss shouldn't be a problem. But I guess I would like to see how they cope with the early moisture, early nip. This pitch and the conditions will have something for the fast bowlers up front. It was the case in the last game. So I would like to, and we have seen in Ireland. We have seen in the Ireland that Indian batsmen struggled. But once again, I still believe that was two freak results. Because if India play against Ireland 100 times, 98 times out of 100, India will win, and those two were aberrations. So once again against given the Gulf and class between the two sides, shouldn't be a factor, but it might make things a little more interesting. Zimbabwe bowling and their bowlers hitting the right length against Vaibhav Suryavanshi, that could be a little interesting. I would like to see that from a reporter's point of view, or even from a neutral's point of view. You would like to see that how India cope with the early moisture, early nip, everything that would be on offer. We would like to see that, and I think bowling first will give, if at all Zimbabwe have a little bit of chance of winning this game, that will have to be by bowling first, not by batting first.
Yes, very rightly put. Devashish, coming to you next with kind of the same questions. We have seen Team India's batters struggling a lot with the early bounce, especially with the short ball, to be very, very precise. So, do you think like if Team India loses the toss and they are put to bat first, then the early bounce and the short balls will trouble Team India batters the same way they troubled in Ireland and England?
Yeah, ideally, yes, that would be a good practice for the Team India openers, given as what Bharat has mentioned, that it will test the skills of the openers and the top order batters. So, ideally, if you ask me, yes, because see, in international cricket, you won't get everything on platter. You have to earn your runs. That is very simple. Be it T20 cricket, be it one day cricket, be it test cricket. No one gives you a run easily. So you be it Hardik Pandya or be it a Shreyas Iyer or whoever it is, you have to earn your runs. So I think you will be tested, but at the same time, it is your responsibility to counter the challenges and score runs. So ideally, I would say yes, it would be a good opportunity if India are put into bat. That will be interesting how the likes of Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Abhishek Sharma, Shreyas Iyer, particularly Shreyas Iyer, we all know the shortcomings of his against the short ball. So I think that is if India are 12, let's say all of a sudden if 2 wickets go early, it will be interesting how Shreyas Iyer tackles the short ball. So that is something I am looking forward to.
Devashish, Shreya Iyer is standing on the cusp of a
100%.
record. If he wins the toss today, that would be nine on the spin, and he would be the first captain to win nine tosses in a row.
But how many matches he lost?
Oh my
That
god.
is the question. That is
He
the
lost seven
question.
matches. He lost
Now,
seven
now we
matches.
come, but now we come to the crux of the matter, and which is most important.
That's the right thing. Something like toss jeeto match haro yojana kind of was going on. But okay, jokes apart, that was on a lighter note. But yeah, I have seen Rohit Sharma as a captain losing multiple tosses and then winning the matches, and things are a bit different if we talk about Shreyas Iyer as concerned. So yeah, that's another update, and I think the toss will happen very soon. So please keep me a bit updated. I have my phone here. So yeah, Bharat, coming to you first again. Uh, this Zimbabwe series, obviously, we can say that oh, it's against Zimbabwe and this that. But do you think this Zimbabwe series win will be a lot more important for Team India's confidence boost for the upcoming Asian Games, because Team India will go and play in Japan. Like the Asian Games is going to happen. It is starting from 19th of September. So do you think that this win can motivate them a lot to perform well in the Asian Games, irrespective of personal performances or milestones? Bharat is freezed, I guess. Or it's only me. Okay. Shamik, I'm passing the question to you. Same question.
You
It's,
should
yeah.
you shouldn't need extra motivation to play for India. And this series, uh, as with regards to Asian Games, is completely inconsequential because in at the Asian Games, India will go back to their tried and tested opening partners, Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma. That squad is Jasprit Bumrah. I have to check if Hardik Pandya is also part. Hardik Pandya is also part of the squad. I cannot recall offhand, but that is a completely different proposition. And if you look the gap between India and the other teams at the Asian Games, I mean, a gold medal should be just a matter of time because with Jasprit Bumrah in the squad, and if I don't know, once again I have to check if Hardik Pandya is there. It's a completely different ball game. It's a completely different ball game. So, and this series will have no bearing. But India badly need to win this series 3-0, not even 2-1. Because what happened in England and Ireland,
100%.
the only atonement would be a 3-0. Even if that is not a perfect atonement, but but you will have something to have something to take forward to, or rather something you have a little bit of a takeaway, like especially from Shreya Shayer's point of view, who is a new who is the new captain in this format. That after that 6-0 in the UK tours, after that 6-0 in the UK tours, three I mean 3-0 in Zimbabwe. It is in any case that would be you applying a band-aid on a gash. It would be applying a band-aid on a gash, but then again, at least you'll have that band-aid.
100%. 100%. Very rightly said. Devashish, coming to you before we get the toss update. Shamik rightly mentioned that that squad has Sanju Samson, and why am I focusing on Sanju Samson? It's because that if Vaibhav Suryavanshi plays good knock in this particular match and tomorrow the next match as well, do you think still Sanju Samson should be there in the playing 11 in Asian Games, or do you think Vaibhav Suryavanshi should get that chance if he performs well in this series? Obviously.
Whatever, irrespective of what Vaibhav Suryavanshi performs, I think Sanju Samson is an automatic choice. He should be in that team. Someone who has won you a T20 World Cup title and then to be missing out just because of a few failures, it that is not simply means there is no logic behind. So as I speak, Zimbabwe has won the toss and decided to bowl first. So we will hopefully get the team news soon. So Zimbabwe, as we are discussing, it will be up against likes of Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Abhishek Sharma, Shreyas Iyer. They will be up against the tall, fast bowlers of Zimbabwe. So let's see. And if provided if the wicket at Harare Sports Club does offer some bounce, it will be interesting. It will be a very, very even contest.
Okay, so Bharat was, I think he was praying somewhere that India loses this toss, and like they can come out to bat first. So that has happened, Bharat, as Debashish has informed us that Zimbabwe has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. So before the team comes out, we can quickly take the predictions of the power play. How much runs do you think are on the board for Team India during the power play? A bit tough, but yeah, you can guess at least.
Or
uh, is it just me who
is
is
it for
unable to
me?
hear Bharat? Yeah, it is for you. It is for you.
No, yeah, yeah. I just came back. First of all, I just from a neutral what would
Bharat, you are not audible. Your
I
voice is breaking.
do will
Can
what
Your voice is breaking?
now
Can
can
you
you hear?
rejoin?
Can
Yeah,
others hear?
yeah, yeah. Now I can. Yes, yes, yes. I can hear. Please continue.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is, it's just from a neutral perspective that I said I want to see what India would do if they bat first, because based on what I've seen when Zimbabwe took on Bangladesh, and based on what I've seen when Zimbabwe took on India in the first game at the Harare Sports Club, the ball does a little bit upfront. So on that basis, I just wanted to see what India would do. But again, it depends on our opening pair, Abhishek Sharma and Vaibhav Suryavanshi, especially Vaibhav Suryavanshi. If he gets going, then he doesn't care whether the ball is nipping around or whether there is tennis ball bounce, whether there is anything for him. First ball has to go for a six, second ball has to go for a six. That is how he plays in whatever the conditions. So it basically depends on him when it comes to power play overs. But I think if India lose one wicket, then it could be something like 45 or 2 or on those lines, because I genuinely believe it does a bit at the Harare Sports Club or something different. But if Vaibhav Suryavanshi is around, he gets a little bit lucky, maybe one inside edge going for a boundary or one top edge going for a boundary, then who knows, it could be again 65 or 70 runs in 6 overs.
So we have the team now. So
Okay.
only one change for India.
Yes, yes, please.
Only one change for India. That's Yash Thakur, who comes in
Yeah.
for Ashok Sharma. So that's the only change. So I don't know about Zimbabwe, but India has made just only one change.
Okay. Okay, so the change which Shamik was also talking about, Yash Thakur coming in for Ashok Sharma, the debutant, and I hope he performs really very well. All the best to him from our side as well. Coming to Shamik now, again, the same question, your prediction for the power play score.
If Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Abhishek Sharma are unseparated, 75 for no loss. If India lose a couple of early wickets, then around 40 for 3, 40, 42 for 3.
Three. Okay, nice. This is something I was expecting because I also had something like this in my mind. Anyways, okay. And Devashish, coming to you, your prediction as well for the power play score.
I would also still go out and say something similar to what Sumitra said. I want this Indian team to face challenges. Means obviously scoring runs on belters, records after records. I want some sort of challenge. Means obviously it is Zimbabwe, because the Zimbabwe has nothing to lose. Playing at your home, at your own backyard, against this Indian side, I think you expect the likes of Blessing Muzaravani and Nagarava to do the ball talking. So I think if they are not there till the power play, I think India will be three down.
Okay, okay, okay. And my prediction will be that if Vaibhav and Abhishek are playing, I'll still say 60 for no loss. And if they have got out, my prediction would be 40 for 3. That's quite a bit brutal, but yeah, like I have seen it happening earlier as well. And there is no Virat Kohli for saving the Indian team right now. So yeah, let's see what happens. So on this note, we should wrap up the show. Thank you so much, Debashish, Bharat, and Shomik for joining. It was a very, very good conversation before the match. For no more such updates, news, and latest news, keep watching Ref Sports. We will be back with the post match show. Thank you so much for watching.